at Union Square Park. We're about to talk to some people about Twitter. Excuse me. What do you think about Twitter? He's probably more of an Instagrammer. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of That Creative Life, where we explore topics or highlight people and things just get downright creative. So today we are talking about, in my opinion, the best social media, my favorite social media outside of YouTube, of course, and that is Twitter. I feel like it's not the most popular to the general public, so I'm gonna try to prove to you the worth of it. We're talking about social media, and I wanna ask you, what is your all-time favorite one? Out of all of them, you have to pick one.
Snapchat.
Interesting. What do you think about Twitter?
My sister actually uses Twitter often, but I think Twitter is dead/dying.
Oh my gosh, that hurts me. So you tell me what you like about Twitter.
I use it mainly to follow like news sites, so I find out a lot of news from that.
You can only use one for the rest of your life.
Definitely Instagram.
Are you on Twitter at all?
Not really. I have a handle, but I don't really use it.
Why do you think that is?
I find it kind of intimidating, to be honest, to like write something that somebody would actually want to read.
What is your favorite social media?
Facebook.
What is your second favorite social media?
Instagram.
What is your third favorite social media?
I would say Twitter.
There we go! Twitter is fantastic for several things. There is the breaking news. It definitely keeps you in the now, what is going on, who's committing treason today, all of the current events. And then there's the memes. Oh my gosh, the memes. Twitter is just downright funny. You have dogs with perfect hair, some of your favorite YouTubers posting very beautiful selfies, just normal humans trying to get an unlimited supply of Wendy's chicken nuggets. Just like Facebook is kind of a conservative bubble, I would equate Twitter to the maybe liberal bubble. Sometimes it can get a lot and very overwhelming, and there's just so many "here comes a thread," which is where people love to make points in very long Twitter threads. However, I have actually learned a lot of things and gained some perspective through it. But this is not why I'm here. This is why I'm not talking about Twitter, because of the breaking news and the politics and the memes. All those things are great, but I call Twitter the creative secret society for a reason. So I'm gonna prove to you guys through specific examples why the creative community on Twitter is worth it, and then also explore the whole like fan and celebrity relationship, because Twitter makes no one untouchable. Just recently, SoundCloud laid off a ton of people, which was very unfortunate, but the employees took to Twitter and literally just posted, "I'm a designer, I'm a developer, just got laid off by SoundCloud and I am in need of a job." The internet came together, retweeted those tweets. People who worked at Spotify and all these crazy companies, and even formed a Google Doc where employees could go and put in their information, as well as companies. It was one of those, yes, internet banding together moments. And on the topic of jobs, my friend Alex, who is a designer, figured out about an internship here in New York City for The Verge via a tweet. One thing led to another, and his work is very beautifully displayed on his socials, and he got the internship. Which leads me to the next point of first impressions are everything when it comes to not just your Twitter profile, but all of your internet profiles. Now you might say, Sarah, what value is this to me if I can only get, say, 100 followers? Honestly, it's not about the followers you have, but how are you making your first impression with your profile? What is your profile picture? What is your header image? What is your pinned tweet? That first tweet you have, is it showing off your work? Some good examples of super creative people that I have gotten to know via Twitter, via the internet, and they both have below 500 followers, is Alex, who I mentioned earlier, but also Izzy. I was actually connected to her via Twitter. Someone tagged her on a tweet that I made. They tagged her blog. I clicked on it and I was very impressed. Then I went to her Twitter profile and I was like, dang, this girl got aesthetics down, and we've hung out in New York and we're friends. It all started with Twitter. Okay, let's keep things moving. So when you have a Twitter, something that is very clutch when visiting a new city is just tweet, hey, I'm in a new city, who are some creatives and cool people that I can connect with. You put that out in the world and people will just start tagging, and then you'll start following people and you'll start DMing people, and you never know. You just might meet your next big collaborator or best friend via Twitter. That is how I met two amazing designers who are now in real life friends, Dan Petty and also Tobias. Some more specific examples of how I made my dreams come true via Twitter. I have a creative docuseries called Creative Spaces TV. When I was gearing up to shoot season 3, I was like, I gotta step it up. I gotta step it up with the people. I already have 2 seasons to prove my worth as a filmmaker. Who can I reach out to? And honestly, it just started with every day interneting and seeing the connections that I could make. The company Ave, that was started with one of Paramore's guitarists and kind of utility musicians, tweeted out a link to the studio of Brandon Owens, who was an audio engineer I covered in my first season of Creative Spaces TV. I automatically was like, wow, this is a fantastic opportunity to maybe shoot a Creative Spaces TV episode with John Howard, who is a guitarist that not only plays in Paramore, but many bands that I listened to growing up. So this was a big moment. Because I already had that connection with Brandon, I tweeted Brandon, but also John in the same tweet and was like, yo, would you like to shoot an episode like this with me? And I linked an episode. Next thing you know, we were DMing, we followed each other, and I went and shot a Creative Spaces episode with John Howard. Uploaded the episode, tweeted it, and get this, one of my heroes in life, Hayley Williams, the lead singer of Paramore, retweeted my tweet. Twitter also makes companies very accessible. I've honestly had some of the best customer support via Twitter DMs, but it has also proven to be a very effective way to share content. Back in the day when I had like 500 subscribers on YouTube, I made a video about my trip to Greece. I went on this trip via EF College Break. It's like a travel tour agency, and I was so stoked on this video. I was so proud of it. And I tweeted the link to them, and they retweeted it, and it got a lot of love. And honestly, that made my heart so happy. I gained a few subscribers, got some great comments on it. And to me, that was huge in the beginning, to have that recognition and to have the thumbs up from the actual company that I went on the trip with. My first viral video that kind of launched me into mainstream YouTube was a parody on Casey Neistat, and at the very end of the video I challenged my audience, you know, my 3,000, 4,000 subscribers, tweet this video to Casey, use the hashtag #HowToCasey, and oh my gosh, it popped off on Twitter. And if that isn't how Casey saw the video, it definitely raised the awareness, like there is no way that he didn't see all of the tweets that people were tweeting. So it's a great place for a call to action to get the attention of bigger creators, influencers, whoever you want to get the attention of. Virality? Virality. Making things go viral is something that is very appealing to people who make content, because the more people's eyes on your work, the better. The power of a retweet is so strong. All it takes is one funny thought or maybe a piece of your artwork like Alex to really pop off. And it's also great to keep in touch with people who you admire, who maybe you had a small encounter with, but the casualness of Twitter makes it easy to catch up with this person or to just keep in touch. A good example of that is the dude Gary Vaynerchuk. I had the privilege to be on the Ask Gary Vee show over a year ago, but through Twitter we have been able to stay in touch and have some friendly back and forth. When it comes to talking to celebrities, Twitter is where it's at. They check those mentions. It doesn't matter if it's Justin Bieber or a small little YouTuber like myself. The mentions are checked. Faces are seen, words are read. Recently I tweeted at Post Malone. It was kind of like funny and meme-ish, and he retweeted, then followed me. It was crazy. I love Post Malone. Fun fact, he went to my high school. And now I am fangirling over him retweeting me. And if you want to hear more stories about that gap that is so small in between the fan and the celebrity, I actually had a much bigger conversation about this with Sam Sheffer. I'm going to put the audio of it on my Anchor station in the next few days, so make sure to follow me on there. Hopefully everything I've been talking about makes you look at Twitter in a different way, maybe. Hopefully. Go be a Twitter ninja. See who your creative friends are talking to, add the random people who have common interests, and you'll see a small community forming. And then the next thing you know, your heroes are gonna be following you on Twitter. You're gonna be having casual conversations and plotting collaborations of all sorts. Think of Twitter as a job. It's you putting in those networking hours. And if you still don't care about the networking capabilities of the social media platform Twitter, the memes. do it for the memes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Of course, you should maybe follow me on Twitter and we can keep the conversation going over there. Let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below for new videos every single week, Monday through Friday. Stay peachy. Okay, bye!